What's up, my beautiful boys and girls, my fans, everybody? And today we're doing another what if. I told you on I'm back video that I'm gonna try to be doing more what ifs. And guys, yes, I figured out like how to show like stuff now, screens and all that. So you guys can just look at this image. It's the Akatsuki, but this is a what if Naruto had what if Naruto was a villain? So, in this timeline, Naruto would be way more hated because not only did they hate him for having a nine-tailed demon in his body and him and the nine-tailed demon killing, the first Hokage, they also hate him because Naruto because when Naruto was very young, he had pulled a prank that had actually injured one of the villagers. So they hated him way more, and they considered that he took things too far. So Naruto sometimes would wonder, like, why did they hate him? Other than that one prank, he knew that that one prank was his fault. But otherwise, why did they hate him so much before? If you hear some rattling, it's some coins I'm playing with in the background. Sorry, guys. But Naruto was really more lively, and Naruto had hated the village as he grew up. So when Naruto was assigned in Team 7, he did not play a prank. I think when Kakashi walked in, even though Kakashi would have seen it, but he did not play a prank. I think this was because he had already felt that if he heard somebody else with another prank, he would be thrown out. Well, wow, I'm paired up on a team with Naruto, Sakura said, the most useless ninja in the village. Hold up, I'm gonna stop this what if just to say. Sakura, you're useless. Alright, back to the story. But Sasuke says, I don't really care. Just make sure not to get in my way. I do things how I want it. Kakashi steps in and they hit it off with the same stuff, but Naruto says something different. He doesn't want to become Hokage. He says, my purpose is, or what I like doing, is to make sure that everybody's in line and nobody talks down to me. And then Sakura's like, what's with the mood change, Naruto? Oh. He's like, can you just be quiet for 10 seconds? Sakura, hearing this, gets a little angry, but she knows, like, Naruto's kind of stronger than her. In this what if, Naruto had unlocked his own jutsu while he was younger with all the hate he was getting. And I'm going to call this dojutsu. It's like if Byakugan and Rinnegan mixed together, So I'm thinking of calling it the Bijugan. Because, Byakugan, Rinnegan. So, the Bijugan plus Biju stands for, like, the Nine Tails and all that. Well, the Tail Beast and all that. So, I'm thinking of calling it the Bijugan. So, he had only unlocked stage 1 of this, though. And stage 1 is just basically white and, like, 2 circles. One is, like, super thin and the other is super large. In this what if, Itachi did not kill the clan yet, but he will do that soon. So Sasuke is a little different too. He's not like, I want to kill a certain someone.
Sasuke is a beast.
But, so, his morals are just like, his morals are just like, I'm trying to, actually, in this what if, I think I want to make, like, Sasuke want to become the Hokage for some reason. So that's how it's gonna go. But
How is it gonna go? Chidori. That's gonna go.
But
That's a freaking test. You play on him. Lock his leg. Nick.
Good night.
Alright, continue. Good night.
Alright. But, so, well, that's how it's gonna go. But, Naruto, so during when, and Kakashi says, don't eat at all tomorrow. Naruto would think about eating, but he still wouldn't eat. He even though he doesn't give a flip. Yeah, I said it. But, so, Naruto would then go ahead and go to the test. He notices that Kakashi is late, and he feels like something's off. Nothing wrong, though, yet. So, Kakashi then shows up and says, sorry, I was late. Because I had the sound of a drowning cat. Sasuke says, stop those excuses and hurry up with the test. Kakashi then reveals that this is a bell test and you have to get the bells. Naruto would take a much different approach from this than he did in canon. And instead of just be like, hey, you, me, fight, Naruto would then back into the bushes as soon as Kakashi said start. Yes, he would wait for him to say start. Like I said, this is much different from canon. Naruto would then and try to find out where everybody is. Then Kakashi would basically start his hunt. And he would start with Sakura first instead of, handling Naruto. So he would look for Sakura first. Naruto knowing where Sakura he would know that she's the weakest there, so he's gonna go try to save her or whatever you can call it. Not really save her. He hates her a lot. It's just he's trying to pass this. But Naruto would then figure out where Sakura is. Oh yeah, hold up. Naruto's clothes is much different than what he wears. He wears if you've ever watched the anime, it's just it's like adult Sasuke clothes, but Naruto's hair is the same. Alright, so let's get back to this what if. So Naruto would then figure out where Sakura is, but before Kakashi could start doing the Sasuke thing, when he crawls out and acts like Sasuke, hey, Kakashi crawls out and starts acting like Sasuke, and Sakura's she's like, oh my god, Sasuke, are you hurt and all this? Naruto throws a kunai at the fake clone that Kakashi made. He says, stop falling for his tricks. You need to be a little stronger. And he breathes under his breath, says weakling. Then he tries to figure out where Sasuke is and starts running. He knows that Sakura is in the north, so that's good for him at least. He told Sakura to stay there and just keep position. Anything you see could be a genjutsu. Naruto would then run, but when he would hear some clashing, it would be Sasuke and Kakashi fighting. Kakashi would actually not be reading when fighting Sasuke because he knows that Sasuke is an Uchiha, and Uchihas are very much stronger. So he would not be reading, but he wouldn't be paying attention at all, either. He wouldn't be going serious or anything. He'd just be fighting him with 2 kunai. Although Sasuke was fighting with 1 kunai, Sasuke eventually got to jump on Kakashi and hit him in his chest. But that was a fake clone and Kakashi appeared behind. Naruto was just watching from the sidelines the whole time.
You know why? Because one false move and that nigga Sasuke would have been like... One false move and that nigga Sasuke would have been like, Sharingan! Shidori! Right through your flipping chest.
Alright.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Are you gonna let me?
Yeah, okay.
Alright then. So then,
Flipping.
I do it. So then, Naruto would he'd soon be like, alright, I need to step in. It's time. So he would notice that Kakashi is getting a little bit more serious, and then he'd start hitting. And so he'd throw a kunai from the shadows and that kunai would land with the seal on it, and he'd say, switch! This jutsu is kind of familiar to the Force Hokage Naruto's dad, Minato. There you go. Minato's jutsu, but it's something that his Bijukan can do. He can put a seal on anything, and whatever he puts that seal on, like, he can put the seal on a wall, and as soon as he says switch and does the right hand sign, he would be able to switch to that wall. Or whatever the seal has on it. Then Kakashi's thrown off guard by this, seeing that how it's so alike by Minato, and stops for a second. Because he's like visualizing him as Minato. Oh. But he soon snaps out of it after getting punched in the stomach by Naruto. Says, Sasuke, you need to get a little serious. Sasuke's like, or what? But when he looks over, he can totally see that Naruto has his Bijugan activated. Sasuke does not have Sharingan yet in this timeline, or the first Tomui yet. So he's just like, fine. So Sasuke pulls out a large shuriken and is ready to attack with it. Naruto says, now! He throws a couple shuriken in to hide the big shuriken, because I'm gonna say in this, Sasuke learned how to make, like, Naruto's technique, like, deceiving the eyes and stuff. Basically, that's what Sasuke learned how to by Itachi. So, oh, he made it look like it's small, but it's still really the size. So, Kakashi's trying to figure out which is the, like, super big one. And Naruto, knowing which one is the big one, is, like, waiting for it to hit. Kakashi sees, like, a slight change in his eye, and he's like, okay, that's it. And he smacks the big kunai at the air. But just when Naruto says, Sakura, no! As Sakura was waiting from the sidelines, she just jumps up, and in this, Sakura's more nimble. And then she just slaps the kunai to Kakashi's way. Kakashi dodges it and says, great teamwork. I love it. And then, but he says it's not going to be enough. He then appears behind Naruto and then, like, captures him. Even with Naruto being insanely OP in this version, he would still be caught. Alright. Sasuke would be, like, when Sasuke looks over, he would see that Kakashi had unveiled his Sharingan. So they would know he had Sharingan, like, a little bit more in this. So, then I think that's where I'm going to end it, guys. What do you want me to do? Give some suggestions. Don't worry about my brother sometimes. But, bye, guys. I'm probably going to make another one right after I end this one. So, bye.